What's up, everybody? So this is my first speaking YouTube video, so I'm gonna try to make this as bear with me. I'm gonna try to make this easy. So this is for the Q50 community that's asking about HPTuners. So I'm going to show you a couple things. This is the basic scanner UI, if you want to call it that. I'm going to shrink this down because we don't need all that. We need more of this so we can see the actual log screen. So this may look similar to, well, it does look similar to the JB4, but it's a little different. So I'm going to run it one time, and then I'm going to come back and point out a couple things. So this is how long the run took. When the run started, I went full throttle. All these numbers going on. That's basically 4 or 5 seconds. 11 seconds. Let's run it again. Full throttle where that yellow line went all the way up. And shift the gears, and then I let out shortly. So 80 miles an hour. So let me zoom in on this real quick. That's about the best I can do. All right, so if we go here, as you can see, I have a boost gauge set up, right? And this is a JB4 map too. Only thing I use is the HPTuners for at this point was to scan it. So as you can see, I go full throttle, boost pegs right around 5,500, and as you know by the JB4, above that it starts bringing the boost down. See that? All right, so the intake charge temperatures are 98 degrees. I called it IAT post, so I can always post intercooler just for myself. Now here, which is wideband WB-B1 and B2, that's a bit rich, lambda wise, but that's what everybody claims that everybody tunes for on the VR30 side. GM side, we normally shoot for a little higher, like 0.82. If you can see throughout this whole thing, the timing never really jumps around, so it's not like it's pulling timing. I'm going backwards and forwards with the log right now. So again, you get to 5,500, the boost goes up, tapers back, get your shift, it tapers back big time, gets steady, stabilized, boost comes up, 5,500, 6,000, the JB4 is pulling the boost back. Okay. Another thing I was noticing when I was referring to the car's trimming, it's adding a bunch of 20-something%. I made a comment about on the Infinity forums, which this was videos been made for them. Yeah, it's trimming. Yeah, it's maintaining the lambda values correctly. But I would rather have the fuel trims dialed in so that the computer doesn't have to work as hard, because if that wideband decides to go slow for some reason and the computer doesn't catch it and it goes lean and it takes a half a second or a second for the computer to catch it in fuel trims, your engine's blown up, plain and simple. Now we don't have the knock retard PIDs right now. There's a couple other things that aren't, where's the cursor? A couple of things that aren't working that great. See right here, I'm getting Spark Advance, surprisingly. That wasn't working recently. The short-term and long-term trims are showing what they're doing, but we're not getting any movement in the range where the math actually works. And the EQ error, which is, and again, strange, is not, even though we're getting an EQ equivalency ratio of 21%, which is like it needs 21% fuel. we're not getting an indication as to where on the map we need to make the changes. That's one of the things that we kind of covered with HPTuners. It'll tell you what you need to change, and you just go change it, and bam, it gets you dialed in. Chart versus time. Now, of course, there's two mass airflow sensors. So MAF A and B are showing that according to, if you calculate it, and if you don't believe me, look it up, my car is probably pushing close to the 500 horsepower crank. And there's a formula you can use to figure out what a pound per, how much horsepower a pound per minute is worth. So it's roughly around 10 horsepower per pound per minute. And as you can see, I'm getting up to 230 kPa, which is like 18 and a half pounds of boost. Not 230 right there. Let me go all the way back. Which one is it? I saw 218, I think, or 228. It peaked real fast there. 220 kPa. So I was getting at 220, that was 17 pounds. I actually got higher than that. Let me see if I can find out where it was. Right around there. I think it was right. Oh, it wasn't in the next gear. Let's go forward in the log. Let's see. Right there. Almost 18 pounds. And if you go look at the chart, right around there where it peaked at. So 226 kPa. Another weird thing that I'm curious about is commanding 0.958 lambda, which I don't understand why. Why it's commanding it on both banks, but the actual output from the wide bands is 0.8. I don't know. Maybe it's something in the file. I don't know. I have to pull another copy of the file so I can see what's going on in the tune. I haven't really looked at it. We've had some more stuff added in, as far as being able to read stuff in the computer, different versions of the beta version of HPTuners. I have not pulled a recent copy with the latest version, so bear with me on that. The bank-to-bank trim is way off. I'm not exactly happy or pleased with that, but what can I do at this point? Of course, we can see temperatures before. That's IAT B1S1. That's before. That's at the air filter. That's at the MAF. And IAT B1S2 is after. It's going into the intake manifold. You can see the coolant temperature. Throttle's 88.6. We get the same issue with HPTuners and the GM cars. You never really get 100% throttle. And I don't know why I got speed up there. Oh, didn't want to do that. Don't know why I have speed coming up twice, but that's probably because I need something to change. I need to make a manual change for that. But yeah, so basically what I see is what can be done is we can more than likely add timing, right? Knock retard is what we're not seeing, which we need to be able to see that so we can know when the engine is actually pinging and get these trims in line, right? So that it's not trimming so hard. And we could probably lean them out just a little bit. Anybody saying run them rich? I don't know what's so special about the VR30 that it needs to run so rich. Maybe it's just cooling. I don't know, but nobody's talking. Nobody's explaining anything about the VR30. So on the GM side, we run them at a little leaner than this, and they're both direct injected engines. One's overhead valve, one's dual overhead cam. But the only way to really find out is to actually put it on the dyno, see what it does horsepower wise. But I'm waiting for Sonic to send me a log from his car so I can see what's going on with his. But again, this is my car. This is a stock Q50 Red Sport all-wheel drive with AEM drop-in air filters and the JP4. So there's some improvement that can be made with the current tune at the boost level that it's at. But until I see some extra PIDs from HPTuners for the scanner, then I won't be doing anything with the car. And I think that's one of the things that DDN Spider is saying the same thing. So, but anyway, just wanted to give y'all a look so you can see what HPTuners looks like. I can't pull. I gotta go get my interface. I'll probably do another video on that later. I can pull the copy of the tune file. Let me see if I can. I probably can't open it. Let me see if I can open it. It probably won't let me open it without the interface being connected, and the interface is actually in my car right now. So let's see. That is stock right there. It wants the interface. I'm willing to bet. Yep, it wants the interface. So I had to go get that. I'll do that later. But yeah. Okay, that's it for now. Let me know if you have any questions. You can either comment in the on the forum or on this actual YouTube video. I'm not a YouTuber, so this is like foreign to me. Thanks.